Hello, children. We have studied about all the sense organs, isn't it, children? We have studied about all the sense organs like tongue, eyes, nose, ears, etc. And what is the left? The last one we have it is the skin. Children, before going to the lesson, I would always tell you that EVS, what is the meaning of EVS? Environment subject. So, what we are learning in this, we are learning about our surroundings and how we are learning about surroundings through sense organs, isn't it, children? Through sense organs. So, how the sense organs are helping to see, to hear, to sense, to feel, isn't it? This whole how we are enjoying this our surroundings with the help of our sense organs, isn't it? So, the sense organs are very, very important, and these sense organs you have to take care lifelong, isn't it, children? You have to take care lifelong. How we can take a lifelong care? I taught you, isn't it? So as the sense organs are very, very important, we have to be very, very cautious that how to be protected, isn't it? And how to be protected and how to take care of our sense organs. And sense organs means, children, not only that it senses, but they're sensitive also, isn't it, children? Not about the when you're talking about the sense organs, we are saying that the sense organs give some senses, isn't it? Not only the senses, but it is giving they are very sensitive, so that we have to always be very, 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 very cautious about this sense organs. We should protect always till our breath. Okay, that means till our death. We have to protect our sense organs. Okay, children, I hope you understood this all. But and children, see, when if you have an habit of protecting your sense organs, you can be very, very, you can lead a very, very healthy life. Okay, because they are very sensitive and as important throughout our life till our death. So let us come to the skin. I said no about the eyes, nose, ears, tongue. We have learned. Now one more, the last important organ is the skin. 5.8. Let me read the paragraph. All the parts of a body are covered by the skin. Do you know what is the use of the skin? Skin protects all parts of a body. It is the sense organ for touch. We can feel, heat, cold, hardness, softness, etc. through skin. Okay, children, all the parts of our body are covered with what? Skin. See, just you touch. I said, no, where are your full whole body is covered with the skin. Do you know what is the use of the skin? Yes, we know because it is very, very, it protects our sense organs. Skin protects all parts of our body. See, just imagine without skin, how do you look, children? Yes, bony, bony, only the bones will be seen. It is a sense organ for touch. We can feel. And why we are saying the skin as a sense organ? Because skin as a sense organ for touch. Okay, we can feel what we can feel through the skin: heat, cold, hardness, softness, etc. through the skin. Okay. Now ask your friend, do this. You can do this, children. Ask your friend to close his eyes. Touch his her different parts with a pencil, like the lips, the forehead, the palm, and ask him or her to say which part is more sensitive. Yes, you can do. See, the skin is same, children, all the throughout. See, the top to the bottom, you have a skin. Okay, you ask a friend to take a pencil and ask to touch the different parts of your body, like forehead, nose, uh, ears, lips, okay, chin, and your palm, your hands, okay, your legs. You can ask them to touch. That how you feel, where you're sensing more difficult. See, the skin is not same throughout the body, isn't it? Somewhere it is little hard also, and somewhere it is too soft also. Say, let us take a example. You take a lips. How the lips are? Just you touch, very soft, very skinny. Okay, they're very very soft. Once you touch your palm, it is little hard. Okay. Now coming to the second point, is the thickness of the skin same throughout our body? Which parts have thick skin and where is it thin? Yes, just now I was talking about it, no, children. See, the throughout the body we don't have the same skin. We have the skin here and there delicate also. So we can identify where the your skin is very hard and where your skin is very soft. Observe and identify the different parts where the skin is more thick and thin. List the following parts of the body with reference to thickness of skin in order from less thickness to more thickness. Forehead, sole, palm, eyelids, chin, waist, etc. See example forehead. See, take the forehead. How it is very soft or thicker. Sole, palm, eyelids, chin, waist, etc. Test. Come on, test. How it will. How we are feeling. Okay. Now, see, we see, children. One thing is clear that the skin layers are 7 layers. We have 7 layers of the skin, but all the layers, one by one layer, will be there. Okay, and throughout this, everywhere, 7 layers only will be there. But somewhere it will be thick, and other places it will be thin. So find out where there are a sole. Take sole. How the sole is very hard, isn't it? Palm, okay, little hard. What about the chin? What about the waist? What about the eyelids? Very soft. Okay. Why? Why? Because where there are very sensitive parts. We shake hands when we meet our friends. At home and school or while traveling, we hold many things. Due to this, microorganisms enter our body. Okay, microorganisms enters our body, our palms. Okay, we should wash our hands properly with soap before eating, lest and the dust microbes enter our body through food. They cause ill health and diseases. Do not touch or eat food without washing hands with soap at school and at home. Wash your hands after using the toilets. Yes, children, this is very important. See, when you meet your friends or when you go to other places, what you'll do immediately you shake your hands with your friends or your relatives or anybody. Okay, at home and school or while traveling, we hold many things, isn't it, children? We'll touch here and there. Okay, we can't see the small microorganisms. Through microscope only, we can see the microorganism that enters our palm. We should wash our hands properly with soap before eating. So what we have to do, children? So the small microbes which we can't see with our eyes will be in our skin because we are touching, we are giving we are shaking the hands. Okay, we are touching here and there. So wherever you go, there will be a microbes. Maybe the good microbes or maybe the bad microbes. Some may be dangerous also. See, now the time is a corona, isn't it? What the people are saying, always wash your hands, sanitize your hands. Okay, wash your hands. Don't keep your fingers, your hands in the mouth or ears on the or in the eye. Why that telling, children? Before long back also we are using the same, following the same. But nowadays it is a corona time, isn't it? We are always washing our hands whenever we feel. No, we are just within 10 minutes. If you go outside, we are taking bath. Okay, we are cleaning. We are being very clean. We are being very cleanly. Why? Because the small microorganisms that can be spread very easily. So we have to wash our hands before and after eating thoroughly with the soap. Okay, because if you eat with the same hand, the microbes enter your body and they create many diseases. Not only, see, children, don't think that only micro spread corona. No, see, micro spread many types of illness like typhoid, malaria, other things. Okay, suppose you take a mosquitoes. Okay, children, mosquitoes and house flies. See, the house flies, they will go here and there. They will be sitting in the street dust, and again they'll come and fly on our food. The same food we eat. So the even the house flies also will come and spread the microbes, isn't it? Microorganisms. With that, we may get fever, many of the diseases. And do not touch or eat food without washing hands. So always have to wash your hands, whether in the school or at home. You have to wash your hands properly. Wash your hands after using the toilets. Yes, children, I see many of the children, they'll go to the toilets and they never wash their hands. It is very important. You have to wash your hands thoroughly after using the toilets with the soap. It is important. Not only you washing your hands, but in the washrooms you have to pour 2-3 buckets of water also. Okay, children, it is important. And now think, children, even after bathing in the morning, the skin becomes oily and sticky by evening. Why? Hence, having a bath after coming from school or after playing is a must. Yes. So, what we are telling children, we are as usual we are having a good habit that as soon as we get up after completing our brushing or anything, the using of the toilets, we take a bath. After having a bath, also, after some time, the skin becomes oily and sticky. Why? Because the oil produces, see, we have the on the skin light small pores. From that, the oil comes back and stickiness because of the weather, the climate. By hence having a bath after coming. So always after coming from the school, remove your clothes, take a bath. That is more important. Or after the playing, playing also there is a no school. Suppose it's Sunday or it is Saturday, you'll go for play in the ground. Okay, there also in the ground, also in the soil, also so much of microbes will be there. After coming home, immediately you have to take bath. Then your body will be good and your skin will not be affected by any other diseases. Now, here is a precautions to be taken to protect our skin. What precautions to be taken to protect our skin? Yes, we have taken the precautions how to protect the eyes. We have to taken the precautions how to protect our ears, isn't it? So let us talk about the skin. Have a bath twice a day, every morning and evening with soap and water. Yes, children, have a bath twice a day, every morning and evening with soap and water. Yes, while taking bath, rub the skin thoroughly. This helps in removing the dead cells and makes the skin shine. Yes. See, just putting the applying the just soap and putting the water is not a complete bath, children. So what you have to take while taking a bath, you have to rub your skin thoroughly with the soap. This helps in removing the dead cells and make the skin shine. Your body will shine. See, some children will say, even in the class also, so many times I reminded some children. See, after taking bath also, the mud particles will be there on the body. I showed them also. Why? Because teacher have taken bath, teacher, you people will say. You are taking bath, but it's not a complete bath. What you're doing, teacher, I'm applying soap also, they'll say. Yes, they're applying the soap, but they're not rubbing the skin thoroughly. That is important. You have to rub the skin thoroughly. Then only the microbes and the dead cells will be removed from your body and your skin will be shining. After that, apply Vaseline or moisturizer on your body during winter. Cover your body fully with warm clothes. Yes, children. Now the next season is coming. The now rainy season is gone, isn't it? Now the winter season is going to start. So what you have to do after taking the bath, you have to apply Vaseline or moisturizer on your body, and you have to cover your body fully with warm clothes. That means sweaters or other thick layered clothes. Okay, that is important. During summer, wear loose cotton clothes and drink plenty of water. Yes, in the during summer season, we have to wear loose cotton clothes. Loose cotton clothes we have to wear, and we have to drink plenty of water. Next point, drinking lot of water helps in replenishing water lost through sweat. Sweating releases the wastes and it is sent out through the skin freely. Skin also becomes smooth. Yes, children, I am saying no. You have to drink lot of water. Can you tell me, a normal person, how many waters? At least 8 liters of water should be per day we have to drink. You know that, children? A normal person should drink 8 liters of water, 8 to 10 liters of water. How much water if you drink, that is very good. Why? Because the water replenishes your body through the sweat. The sweat will come out from your body. That means small other dust particles will come out. Sweating releases the waste. All the sweating will releases the waste and it is sent out through as a sweat. Okay, and yes, your skin will be free of the microbes and your skin also becomes smooth. So drink. The inner parts are also there. No, we are taking only bath to the giving bath to the outer layer skin. But what about the inner parts of the skin in the body? What we are doing? How we can wash them? Okay, like stomach, like liver, like lungs, like blood, whatever it is, the nerves inside your body. How you can wash, children? You can't wash, isn't it? So if you drink lot of water, that will be washed out. Okay, children. Don't say that, teacher, how we can wash. No, we can wash. How? By drinking so much of water. The doctor who treats the diseases related to skin is called a dermatologist or skin specialist. See, when you get a skin disease, children, like scabies, other diseases are there. See, you will get the itching on the skin. Your skin will become red layer. So when we find any problem of skin diseases, to whom you have to consult? Okay, doctor. But whatever the doctor, for the doctors also there will be specializations. I said no, like dentist. If you have a teeth problem, you have to go to the dentist. If you have an eye problem, you have to go to the ophthalmologist, eye specialist. If you have any other problem, ear problem, throat problem, so where you have to go, ENT specialist. Like that only, when you have any skin diseases, you have to go to the dermatologist. Where we have to go? Dermatologist. Now, here discuss and write about the group work about the different skin diseases. Yes, the different skin diseases are like scabies, okay, and itching, and what we can say, many skin allergies you'll be getting, children. When you get the skin allergies, when you don't drink the water properly. Okay, when your skin is not clean, when your skin is not, if you don't keep your skin clean, then you get a skin problem. So what to do to keep the skin clean? Take a bath twice. Rub the skin thoroughly with the soap and put water. Discuss what we have to do, what we should do if the skin is injured. Suppose the skin, you get a wound, you get any problem. So immediately after one day or 2 days, pus will form. The skin will be itching and you'll have a lot of pain. So this all how can be done? So always wash with the Dettol. Okay, other precautionary things you have to do. Protect your skin, children. Protect your body. Now, do you know? See the blue color box on the screen, children. Skin is the largest organ in the human body. It covers an area of 1.5 square meters and weighs 4 kilograms. If skin is not kept clean, skin diseases may occur. Most of the skin diseases are contagious. Yes. So, which is the largest organ in your body? Very largest. That is your skin only. Skin is the largest organ in the human body. It covers an area of 1.5 square meters. How much it covers, children? It covers the area of 1.5 square meters and weighs 4 kilograms. How many kilograms? How many kgs your skin weighs, children? 4 kgs. If skin is not kept clean, skin diseases may occur. Yes, if your skin is not kept clean, that means you don't take bath, you don't wash your hands. What will happen? Your skin may be damaged. If you don't apply moisturizer during the winter season, don't if you don't apply any Vaseline on your body during the winter season, what happens? Your skin becomes cracks and sometimes it may bleed. Okay, see the lips of some children during the winter season. it will be broken. Okay, and from the you will get the blood. Why it will bleed? Because you're not taking care of your skin. And most, and you know, children, most of the skin diseases are contagious. See, the person, suppose a friend or any person in your family or in the school or anywhere, if the person is having any skin disease, immediately it will come to you. Why? Because the skin is very, very delicate and very sensitive also. So it is contagious. It spreads immediately to other person. Okay, if you are sitting, the person who is having the itching or any other thing, if you sit beside with that person, what will happen? Immediately, it may attack you also. Okay, so you have to be very, very careful regarding the skin diseases. Now, coming to the next para, skin is affected first by the changes in the surroundings. If we protect our skin, the skin protects us. Okay, children, the skin is affected first by the changes in the surroundings. Surroundings, in sense, suppose you are there continuously for one place, and suddenly you go to other place for vacation or anything for your other places. So the effect, first, which part will affect? The first skin will affect. Okay, children, suppose you go to the two cool places, your skin will affect because your skin should give support to your body, isn't it? It should, your skin should bear that coldness. Suppose if you go to the very hot regions in like deserts, so your skin should be tolerating that heat, isn't it? So first it affects the skin only. How it affects? It affects in the changes of the surroundings. If we protect our skin, the skin will protect us. If we protect the skin will protect us. Skin protects the internal organs from outside the environment. Okay, the skin protects the internal organs. So inside the organs are there? No, what are there? Heart, liver, stomach, lungs, many things are there. Brain. So how these internal organs, they are protected? They are protected from outside the environment. Which is protecting? The skin is protecting. First only the skin senses the heat, cold and pain. First only the skin senses the, it is a shield. The skin is a shield to our body. Okay, skin touch, it also bears the pain also, children. Skin touch helps us to know whether it is bad or good. Yes, children, skin is how good, you know, it can sense what is a good touch and what is the bad touch. Okay, so don't encourage the bad touches, children. Your skin will senses the what is a good touch and what is a bad touch. So you should always have that an idea. You are growing children, you have to keep it in your mind. What about the good touch and the bad touch? I explained already in the fourth class, isn't it? Now, fingerprints are formed due to the ridges and grooves present in the skin of the fingers. Take your finger, Take your fingerprints and that of your friends on a white paper and observe them. Are they similar? No. No two persons in the world have the same fingerprints and lines on the palm. Is it not wonderful, children? Really, the fingerprints are formed due to the ridges and grooves. See, children, if you observe, take your hand. If you observe your hand, see how your hand will be. If you observe keenly, there will be many ridges and grooves, isn't it? So that ridges and grooves is not same to the person to person. Every person have a different fingerprint. Why? Take your fingerprint and that of your fingerprint. See, just you put apply some color or anything and just put your fingerprint on your paper and ask a friend also put this the fingerprint on the same paper. Are they same, children? No. Why they're not same? Yes, they will be not same because each person is different. Suppose it, see the twins are there. See, in our school also many twins are there, or nearby your houses, maybe in your families, maybe in other places also you find the twins. Even the twins, they look similar, children. Exactly same to same they look, but their fingerprints are not same. Do you know that? How wonderful, you know? See how, what a great thing about the skin. Even the twins, those who take at the same time, they grow at the same time, everything, but their fingerprints also will be different. That is the greatness of the skin. That's why they go nowadays. They will take always a fingerprint only. Nobody can cheat. If you take a fingerprint, nobody can cheat. Okay, so they are not similar, they are different. No two persons in the world will have the same fingerprints and the lines on the palm. Each person will have the different lines and the different fingerprints. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin are the five sense organs of our body. And you have learned about their importance and the care to be taken to keep them healthy, isn't it? Now, sensory organs help to know everything. Yes, children, that's what I'm telling. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin are five sense organs. I'm teaching from starting, isn't it? They are very, very important. They are sense organs at the same time, they're sensitive organs. Once again, I'm repeating, children, ears, nose, tongue, and skin are five sense organs. They are sense organs, they give senses. At the same time, they're too sensitive. What do you mean? Too sensitive. They are very sensitive, so that you have to take care of that them. Now, example, children, small thing. Why I'm telling it is sensitive? Have a logic. See, suppose you're taking the eye. How much sensitive? Very soft. Take a tongue. How the tongue is very soft. Nose. See how the nose is very soft. Okay. Take the ears. How soft they are. Are they hard? See, take about the skin. How the skin is very sensitive. So all the five senses, how much important to our life. At the same time, they are sensitive also. So what we have to do, we have to protect our sense organs till our death. If you protect your sense organs, you will be a happy and healthy life. Okay, who in whose hands it is there? See, a mummy will protect your body, yeah? Daddy will protect your body, yeah? No, parents will give you protect only. They give you food, they give you clothes, they give you all the things, whatever you needed, they can give. But every time they can't protect you. Who should protect? You yourself should protect your body. Okay, so how you can take protection? Yes, whatever the protective measures I said, no, children, with the help of those, you can protect your body. Okay, so they are sensory organs. They help us to know everything. In this, any sense organ is not working properly, children. You can't sense at all anything. If your nose is not working, you cannot smell anything. If your eyes are not seeing, if you're the person who is blind, what they can do, what they can enjoy the nature, children? No. If the person who cannot hear, what he can speak, what he can talk, he can't talk also. If the skin, if you're, okay, the skin is a sensory organ, but if you're not, if you're sometimes if your skin is not at all feeling any touch, then how? Isn't it? So they are very, very sensory organs are helpful. They are very important. Okay, they help us throughout our life to know every. There are some children in our school whose sense organs do not function properly. Yes, that is true. Not only we children, there are many children you may be seeing in TV or near in your neighbor house or in your neighborhood, anywhere you see in villages or anywhere. So the some children cannot see, some children cannot hear, some children cannot talk, some children cannot see. What? Why? Why? Because these sense organs are not functioning properly, so they do have the right to get education. Is it that like the children? Yes. But if the blind person cannot read and write, yes, they can read and write with the help of what? Braille art, Braille discovered the Braille education. With the help of the dots, they can learn and educate the people, isn't it? And everyone must learn. They too have a right education. See, the person who cannot hear cannot talk also. See, with the gestures signs, they can talk also. Okay. They have the gesture language. With that also, they can learn many things and discuss and say what facilities must be provided in our schools for the children with such special needs. We can organize health checkups in our schools. Everyone must get checked up on that day. Doctors will refer to super specialty or multi specialty hospitals if needed. Government is providing aids for the hearing impaired and sight impaired children free of cost. If these children are present in a class, we should do the needful help to them. Yes, children. See, here and there you found, isn't it? In a school also some children will be there. Those who cannot see properly, those who cannot sense some things properly. So for such children, we have to help them. And schools are also organizing the health camps, and they'll be calling the doctors to take care of the children for the eyesight and other um, problems, and they will send to the super specialty hospitals or multi specialty hospitals if they needed emergency any operation or anything. Government is also providing all the aids for the hearing impaired. Hearing impaired means those who cannot talk and listen. Deaf and dumb. We call children deaf and dumb. Deaf means the person who cannot hear. Dumb, D-U-M-B, dumb. Dumb means the person who cannot talk. See, if the person who cannot hear cannot talk, no, because he cannot hear. Already this logic I have taught you in that when we are talking about the ears, isn't it? So for those children, there are the special schools, and the sight impaired children also, there are special schools for them to learn the Braille language. Okay, if these children are in our school, we can help them also. Whatever the help we can do, we can help them also. Okay, children, I hope you have understood this lesson. I have taught you so many things about the skin and about other things also. Let me teach you other with the showing all the PPT also, children. Now here are the keywords: BODY, body, sense organs, SENC, sense organs, ORGNS, organs, external, XEXTERNAL, external, coordination, coordination, ORDINATION. Okay, saliva, SALIVA, saliva. What is saliva? Yes, the watery substance in the mouth is called a saliva. Protection of eyes, PROTECTION, protection of EYES, eyes. Sounds and noises, SOUNDS, sounds, noises, range of audibility, RANG, range of audibility, AUDIBILITY, audibility. Sound pollution, SOUND, sound pollution, POLLUTION, pollution. And skin, enamel, ENAMEL, enamel. Sense of touch, SENC, sense of touch, TOUCH, touch. Inhalation, INHALATION, inhalation. Exhalation, EXHALATION, inhalation and exhalation. Respiration, RESPIRATION, respiration. Teeth, TEETH, teeth. Taste buds, TAST, taste, BUDS, buds. Okay, children, these are the keywords. And you add tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I'll be sending the classwork. You add more of a few other keywords to this and write your classwork. And in the next classwork, I will be showing the PPT or full. Let me show the pictures and explain you more detail within one class. And I'll also ask the general questions in the next class. So read the lesson thoroughly and be prepared, children. And question and answers also. And after completing this lesson, I will be conducting the test